You said you do like a 90-minute podcast?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to go the full if we do.
I was gonna say, damn, that's long as fuck. I mean, I ain't got shit to do. I'm doing East End later, but
Okay.
that's about it.
Yeah. I've only released 2 episodes so far, but
Nice.
they both went over 2 hours actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I basically I'm just shooting for like 90 minutes to 120, at least an hour though. Like
Yeah.
if we hit 60 and we're feeling good about it, I'm good with that.
Okay.
So, here, let me.
Yeah, dude, the podcast I do, it's always like 40 minutes tops.
Yeah. Yeah, the Cleveland America show, right?
Yeah.
Or do you have another podcast?
No,
too?
Cleveland America.
Okay.
And then I used to have one with Brandon Petrie and John Brown. Podcasts, they come and go. Are we recording?
Yeah. Sorry, I thought I mentioned. Yeah, we're recording.
That's also another thing that was on the Brown Petrie dish too. Spirit of Vengeance is what we called it.
Okay.
I never knew if we were on, and every episode just started with "Are we recording?" Because I was saying some dumb bullshit. I was like, "Oh, that's on video. That's on tape. That's incriminating. You guys are blackmail on me."
Yeah. I could always cut it. I definitely wouldn't fuck you over with anything.
Yeah, you say that now.
Yeah, right. Come on, brother. So real quick, I'll do a quick intro for you. I'm here with I'm Buffoon Brandon, Brandon Shepner, and I'm here with Jimmy Killius. Do you go by Jimmy, right? Not James.
Yeah, I go by Jimmy.
Okay. And then do you want to plug your Instagram here at the top of the show before we
naughty little comedy boy _42069.
It's such a funny handle.
I need to change it. I'm real lazy.
I mean, it is a little hard to search.
Nobody can tag me in anything, and then I'm James Killius on Instagram too, not Jimmy. So people are like, "Why the fuck is it like that? I can't tag you in anything." And I'm like,
"Yeah,
I'll check." I thought when I was trying to get like a corporate job that like I was like, I should put my name as James on everything
just to kind of hide it a little bit.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I need to change it back.
Yeah, you got to be findable.
Yeah,
who knows,
I'm not.
Who knows if you're missing out on any gigs?
I am not findable. Oh yeah, dude. I've missed out on gigs because I didn't check my email in time, and
oh, that sucks.
They were big gigs. They were cool. It would have been nice to do that gig, and I was like, fuck. Now this person won't email me back because I'm unreliable, probably.
It's not forever. Just gotta maybe reach back out.
It was Sam at Hilarities. This was like last November.
Oh, really?
He was like, "Yeah, I got some guest spots for you this weekend," and I never responded.
Oh shit!
And I found that email in like April.
Yeah, that sucks.
It was like months later, and I was like, "Fuck!" And now he doesn't really respond to me anymore. And I'm like, "Is that because you know I'm an unreliable person?" Because I am. What about you, man? Thanks for coming in and doing my podcast.
Yeah, your podcast.
I'm glad I finally have you as a guest.
Oh yeah, turning the tables on me.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate you asking to be on it. Were you in the main room or
it was like the cabaret room, probably.
Yeah.
Either
way, it's a great room though too.
Yeah, it's fun, but it would have been cool if I responded to him and didn't realize he emailed me in November, and I didn't find that email until April.
Right. Well, I mean, I could put in a good word for you. I'd
be like, Jimmy's real responsible now.
Yeah, he was only like 20 minutes late to my podcast.
Yeah, but he texted me.
Yeah, that's true. Just got to reach out to him on Instagram if you can find him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if you can find me, naughty little fucking guy. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna start being more professional.
I got you. So, how long have you been doing comedy and shit?
Fuck. How long ago was 2019? That was 6 years ago.
Okay.
So,
nice.
Dude, 7 years in January, I think.
That's awesome.
I don't really remember, though. I thought it was January when I started, but like I said, I'm an unorganized person.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to people that started at the same time, and I was like, no, we started like weeks apart from each other. And they were like, no, I started in like March I was like, no, it couldn't be. So it's anywhere from like January to maybe April of
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah.
I know it was
So
2019 for sure. I thought it was
and it was
January.
cold.
It was but like, we were having like warmer, like I remember it being like not super cold, like walkable. Like I lived in Lakewood and I walked to LVT, and that was the first time I got on stage. But I remember not being cold, but I remember doing it being like, oh, that was my New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I did it like 2 months in, so it was like maybe February, March too could have been it. But 7 years, that sucks, dick. I have nothing to show for it.
No,
I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit. Fuck comedy. You made me realize that this is pointless. I'm giving up on my dream.
Oh, that's exactly what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. My parents will be so proud. They'll be like, wow, your friend Brandon really talks some sense into you.
Well, I gotta say, I don't think there's nothing to show for it. I see your like presence on stage, and it's like there's a confidence there to not be afraid to say what you want to say. And I was cracking up.
It's called giving up.
No,
it's called rock bottom. Got nothing to lose.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, you're like, I don't know, like you have an established voice like with it, and I thought it was funny that you had David and Brian both like hiding their faces on stage.
Oh, really? Last night? I was looking at the crowd. Why?
Oh, I know.
Because of me talking about Helen Keller.
Yeah, that was a funny bit.
But dude, I was getting pops. That's a fun bit.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, sure, she gets sexually assaulted in it, but
well, yeah. I mean,
I'm not gonna give it away. You're gonna have to come see me.
Yeah, come see Jimmy for the for the Helen Keller jokes.
For the Helen Keller bits. How long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing improv for sketch and improv.
I meant like real comedy.
Oh, real comedy.
Yeah,
I still count it. Stand up. It's hard to say because I've probably done it like 20.
You were doing it on and off, right?
Yeah.
You started when I was still hosting LVT, right?
Maybe once or twice.
Yeah, like you came around. I remember
Yeah.
seeing you when I was still hosting.
Yeah, I definitely remember you
LVT,
hosting LVT. Yeah. And then I went up maybe once or twice when Marlo was hosting it.
That's my bad.
And then Zach was hosting shortly after that.
Yeah.
And, but I've probably only done stand up 20 times or so, less than 30 in the last 2 years. Okay. So it's like few and far between. But I've been doing improv for 2.5 years and sketch and stuff.
Did you take the classes at Imposters?
Yeah, I started there with sketch in March of 23, and then went through all 5 levels of improv, and then our group wanted to keep going, so we asked Michael to create a level 6, which was creating our own form. So we were the only group that, to my knowledge, that has completed level 6 at Imposters.
Oh, that's pretty cool. What was it, level 6? And he was like, yeah, you give me $300 and make up your own thing. Like, yeah. What did he teach you?
It was only $220.
Okay.
But yeah, we had 8 weeks, and we just kind of the first like 4 weeks or so, we're just playing with different forms and then just like kind of talking amongst our group to see we like this part and this thing.
Improv.
So level 5, for example, is the Herald. So it's a really like the second. It's a Second City form. It was created by Del Close, who is he was like one of the maybe founding members, or at least like one of the main teachers at Second City that everybody like kind of looked up to. But he created this form called the Herald, and basically it's you got a scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, all usually 2 or 3 person scenes, and all not related to each other.
Okay.
And then you have a group game that's like everybody on stage, and a Herald team is usually 7 or 8 people. And then you have everyone on stage for a group game. Then you do scene 1B, scene 2B, scene 3B. So you kind of heighten those first beats, so the first 3. And then you do another group game. And then the third, or then the final scene is you try to take all like scene 1, 2, and 3 and combine them all together for one like mashup of a final scene. So that's like one specific form.
Okay.
But like a slacker is like kind of a simpler form where the only edits are tag outs. So you just, when you see a opportunity to tag someone out, you just go in and that's how you change the scene or whatever. Then you get the general montage, so you can.
So like a slacker, you only like tag people out. There's no like you walk across the stage
Exactly.
and like wipe it.
Yeah.
So it's like a continuous scene, but it changes because you're just tagging people in and out all the time.
Exactly.
That's
yeah.
cool. That's cool. I want to get back more into improv. I only really like short form.
Yeah.
I only like doing the games. Like
Oh, nice.
Who's Line style.
Yeah.
I think that's the funniest. I think that's where people like at a show, like the audience. I think that's, and I'm not trying to like trash improv or anything. It's fun.
Yeah.
I was just kidding when I said it wasn't real comedy.
No, I know. We've talked. Yeah.
I
guess they didn't know.
I think that's the most engaging with like the audience.
Yeah.
That's just my dumb opinion. But
I see what you mean with like just like because it's the quick hitter
it's
jokes.
quick,
and stuff.
it's jokes. It's I think people. I think people engage with that a lot.
I personally like performing long form improv more. I do some short form here and there, but I just I've been getting more into acting and stuff too, and so like I'm realizing the long form is kind of where I like to explore character slowly and just kind of see how things, like how the characters and emotions kind of develop, and I'm still learning to be better at that. Short form is fun, and certain games I feel like I'm good at, but it's stressful for me because like I've felt on the spot and not knowing what to say, and it just my overthinking brain just gets in the way.
Yeah, because it's like immediate. You can't I get like in a long form scene. You're like, okay, I kind of have something. I have some time to think about it. These people are gonna go. I'm gonna tag. I know what you think. That's how I feel. I'm like that's how I feel on long form. I'm like, oh, I don't know where to start it. I don't know how to start this. I feel like I'm letting my team down.
I feel that sometimes.
If I'm like like stage fright up there and like somebody's more experienced, then it's not like stand up where you could be like, all right, well, you guys just don't like me. Fuck you. I'm gonna get off stage because I'm like, you can't do that in improv. You have like a whole team. That's why I like short form because I feel like it's more like joke writey where it's like, oh yeah, you can just kind of riff and it's like it's fun.
Yeah, and it definitely is. I feel like it's more translatable to stand up for sure, like because it's like kind of usually short form unless you're.
It's like set up punchline-y kind of. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, I like the long form because like if you well, the with the long form, the best comedy doesn't come from the jokes, like saying the easy joke or whatever. It's
building it.
It's building and trusting that your partner will,
but kind of know what you're like building off each other. Yeah,
yeah, and there's a lot of trust that comes into long form.
Maybe that's why I don't like long form. I have to open up and be vulnerable and
that's part
trust
of it.
the person. Blah.
Oh, I know.
Blah. Oh, fuck that.
It's tough, dude. It's tough being vulnerable. Like do you have trouble? I was actually just journaling about this today. Do you have trouble like trusting in general too? Like I definitely do. Like
yeah. That's why I go to a bar 5 nights a week and say dick jokes because I can't open up and be vulnerable with another person.
Yeah,
very much so, dude. I'm the most like closed off person in the world.
I feel that
I'm stoic. That's why I'm always riffing and just not being serious. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a defense mechanism.
I feel that. I like when I first met you, it kind of, and I hope you don't take this the wrong way. I felt like you didn't like me or like you were, I don't know, like it was, I kind of overthink situations and stuff like that. And, but I like, as I've gotten to know you, like you're just a cool, guy.
I'm a little good. Yeah, I get that all the time. Connor Stout, he was like one of my best friends now. Sat me down, like we were drinking. I really liked him. I never had like a problem with them or anything. And he was like, he's like, dude, do you like not like me? And I was like, dude, I think you're a wonderful person. Like, he was like,
Yeah.
I don't know, you just come off like standoffish. I'm like, yeah, it's just I'm a little autistic. I'm like a cat. You gotta
Yeah.
get to know me. But yeah, no, dude, I'm sorry. Like, I'm trying to work on that. Can you be more specific? Like, was it just like I was like dismissive or something?
Well, I guess like
Because I get that a lot, and it's like an issue I'm trying to like genuinely work on. Because I
yeah.
never had a problem with you. I liked you.
Yeah, I appreciate hearing that because like I haven't been diagnosed, but I feel like I'm on the autistic spectrum, or at least I can identify with some of the
Like the
tendencies.
traits?
Yeah, some
Yeah,
of the
people
traits
just tell
and
me
stuff.
I am, and I'm
but,
like, that makes sense. I have a
yeah,
hard time talking to people.
yeah.
Um,
But specifically, I guess I want to. Well, I'll just say how I can relate to something that I've noticed. I guess because
yeah.
like when I go into like an open mic or whatever, I used to be overwhelmed and not know like should I go say hi to everybody or should I not? And you know what I mean? Or just uh like am I annoying people by
No, I would say go say
like
hi. I always say hi.
going
I
to say
always say
hi and
hi.
stuff?
Because
And
people are going to be like, oh, why's that dude just in the corner? Like, you don't
yeah.
want to be like, I don't know, I'm not going to name drop people. You don't want to be like some people who just show up like a fucking vampire and just like, oh, where the fuck did you come from? Just
Yeah.
be like, what's up? Just like, oh, what's up? Just nuts people.
Yeah,
That's what I do.
and I've been
you know?
doing that more. I guess there've just been a couple times where I thought you had seen me and like you'd walk past me or whatever, and we hadn't said hey or whatever.
Yeah, I kind of do that too, where I'm like, I don't know if I should say it, but like,
Yeah,
I'm also drunk a lot too, and I'm like a self-involved person.
and
I'm
that's
kind of in my own little world.
and that's totally valid, and that's what I've realized, and I've like stopped taking it personally. I
Yeah,
guess
yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean, and that was like my own personal
'Cause
thing
I
that
don't
I had
really,
to kind of get over
I don't really have an
too.
issue with like anybody in the Cleveland comedy scene. Most of the people are like cool, I guess.
Yeah, same with me. Like no, like there've been moments where I've felt like.
Oh, people can be dicks.
Yeah, I
but
felt
like
like people were dicks.
But there's just like it's like we're all just insecure fucking comics. So it's like don't take it personally. Like we don't have anybody where it's like, oh no, that person's like a real piece of shit. He needs to be like we don't have anybody like that. So
Good,
that's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody like that either. And I've learned like the more I've met comics, the cooler it's just a creative art, and it's like usually the cool kind people, like honestly, like because everybody likes laughing, everybody likes comedy, and even someone like do you know Dave Smith? Like he's a comic out of Austin.
Oh yeah.
He came to Hilarities, and I can tell like him and I's politics don't really align, but at the same time when I met him off stage, I still thought he was funny, you know, like
yeah. I
and
talked
this
to him.
is-
I saw him. I talked to him after the show. He was hilarious. He
Yeah.
was like a nice guy.
and he's a nice guy. And that's kind of like the cool thing I'm realizing about comedy is it's just like it's always that common ground. That's why I love Imposters too, is like everybody there just loves comedy, you know, even if you don't have anything else in common.
See, I feel like I
everybody
don't. I
loves
feel like I don't
comedy.
fit in Imposters. I like what you were saying before. Sometimes that's how I feel at Imposters, and
Uh-huh.
everybody's always been nice to me there. But I feel like, oh man, one, I think they think I might, and I'm in my head about this because it's like that's not like a room where you could be super edgy in, and that's fine. I mean,
Right.
you shouldn't always have to be like to the extreme, you know. But and then
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, I get in my head about that where I'm like, oh, am I like upset? Because like my goal, like, because I say some like edgy things, but my goal is never really to like upset people. It's just,
Sure.
like, it's just like fucking around. So like, I get nervous with that sometimes when I perform there because I'm like, I really don't want to like ruin these people's time.
Right.
But I like performing at that place. It's a cool place, but
Yeah.
I feel like that sometimes too because I'm not like an improv person.
Well, yeah, and it's weird because like it just depends on who's there and what show was going on and everything. Because like sometimes I'll feel like,
But I don't have like
cool
an
to hang
example
out.
of like being slighted or anything.
No,
Everybody's always been very nice to me.
Yeah,
I
know.
just get like I get what you mean. Like I'm self conscious like that too.
Yeah, and I'm learning a lot of people are, and then like when it's like multiple people being self-conscious, it could be like multiple people interpreting asshole-ishness
You know,
or
he's
whatever.
being an asshole. He doesn't like me. And then you realize, like, oh, we're both just scared. That's how it's like when you're like in like high school or something. And you're like, oh, those were like the popular kids. They didn't like. They were just being. And it's like really, it's like you were just too afraid to say hi to somebody and like make like be friendly.
Yeah.
And then you realize like, oh, this person is just the same. They're like, oh yeah, I thought you didn't like me either. And
Yeah.
it's like you notice like yeah, those kids that were like popular, like friends with. It's like those are just the kids, or how that was my like interpretation of high school. It's like those are just kids that just talk to everybody.
Yeah.
So that's what you have to do is just be friendly. Just go and be like, hey, how's it going? My name's Jimmy, and then
Yeah.
just introduce yourself, and then it's like, oh, that guy's actually not that bad to talk to.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people are just afraid to like make the first like move.
Yeah, that first initiation.
Very
Yeah.
select people are like that outgoing, where it's like, hey, what's up? Like, and I try to be like that with like newer comics sometimes too. Like oh hey man, like just keep doing it. Go to another. Here's another mic tonight. Go do that. Like try to like get them and include them and stuff.
Yeah, that's really nice. I've been more like I've been trying to be more approachable and trying to be more extroverted too, because like I'm introverted normally, and it's been fun to kind of like improv has kind of helped bring it out like an extroverted side of myself, and it's like kind of given me some
That's why I wanted to
and,
keep doing that too, because I'm like, oh, this is so different, and it's such like oh, you really have to like be willing to like laugh at yourself and like be like kind of goofy on stage and like trust like you said, like trust other people.
yeah, and just like allowing yourself to be laughed at, I guess. Like,
Yeah,
'cause,
yeah. Like be silly.
yeah, like Susan Messing is a pretty popular improviser out of LA, and I've taken a couple workshops with her, and one of her favorite, one of my quotes that I like she said was, it doesn't matter if they're laughing with you or at you, you're there to make them laugh, so who cares?
Yeah.
And it's like it's easy for me to say that because I don't embody that for sure.
Yeah.
Like, but it's something to strive for.
Yeah,
I guess.
someday like
and,
be like, okay, this is my goal. Like it doesn't matter. Yeah.
yeah, and just allowing myself to be funny, because like even with stand up, like I've put so much pressure on myself to say a joke a certain way or to be a certain way on stage, or I don't know, like I don't feel like I've felt a comfort zone or felt like there's only been like a week or so where I've had a stretch where I built on a joke and felt good about stand up after I did it. So
Oh, I never feel good about stand up
Oh, really?
after I do it. I get crushed. I'm like, yeah, I could have been better. I could have
oh
been
man,
way
that
better.
sucks. So what keeps you going back?
I don't know.
Just habit.
I've been doing it for 7 years. It's almost a decade.
Yeah.
God damn, dude. You ever just get hit with time like all at once? You're like, fuck, no, dude. I thought I was like 23 and life was good, and then you're just like,
Yeah.
fuck. I've been doing this closer to a decade.
Yeah. Dude, I got
That's like,
the last like big hit with like time for me was like just like 3 years ago or so. Like all of my like buddies that I like grew up with like got married, had kids.
Oh, dude, I'm in that. I'm in that now. Yeah, I'm like the last like not married guy. Yeah,
and it's
and
tough
I like
to
I don't
be that.
want I don't want it really right now in my life.
I don't either.
Like, I don't care. Like if it happens, it happens. But it's like yeah, you're like, oh man, everybody's like growing up and getting a house and a family and stuff, and I don't want fucking kids. I don't want any of that shit.
Yeah.
I want to do comedy.
Same. Like
And then
now,
you realize you've been doing comedy for almost a decade.
well, I was kind of chasing the stable family job, like life for 10, 11 years because I was an engineer for 11 years. And then I got to the
How
point.
old are you?
35.
Okay, so you're not that much older than me.
No, you're 33?
32.
32.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were somewhere close. So like, but I was like doing that, but then it like they were all married and it just like kind of never happened for me because I was traveling for work for like 70-80% of the time for 7 years. And
That's rough to have like a relationship and
yeah, I
do
couldn't establish a relationship, but it was fun. But then it like got to the point where I had to stop traveling. and then not traveling and still not having that relationship or whatever, like just kind of it just like, especially with COVID, and it was shortly after COVID that I started, like I was like, I'm fucking depressed at my job, I'm quitting, I got myself fired, and then just like giving myself at least opportunity to follow comedy. So like, because like what my job was didn't allow me consistently to do stuff.
Comedy.
Yeah.
How'd you get yourself fired? Why didn't you just quit?
So I could get unemployment.
Um,
But I basically just told my boss and HR, I was just like, hey, I don't see a future in this role. I'm traveling more than you guys said I was going to be. The commute is too far. I have an idea, like I'll work this other position, which I was pretty sure they weren't going to offer me, but if they did, I would have been open to it. But they're like, all right, we'll fire you or you can quit. And I was like, well, fire me because I don't have anything else lined up. So they appreciated it because I was getting trained by another guy who was retiring. So in my mind, I was doing them a favor by letting them know sooner than later.
you so they could find a replacement for that guy.
Yeah, but
Damn, dude, I thought you did something crazy, like just like started like putting your ass on the copy. Like, the
No.
copies just be like, fuck you,
Yeah.
fuck this place.
No.
Debbie, you're a fucking bitch. Like some crazy stuff like that.
No, I did send an email probably 6 months ago when I realized that I wasn't vested in my 401k match by just like a month or a few weeks. If I would have stayed, I would have gotten like $4,000 or $5,000 more on my 401k. But because I didn't stay a full year, I was like literally 3 weeks short of a full year. They didn't even prorate it or anything, so I just got none of it. And so I sent them an email and I was kind of explained like, hey, I thought I did you guys a favor and blah blah blah, and it'd be really nice. And they're like, it's the policy. I was like, well, can you at least ask? I was talking to HR. I was like, can you at least ask? And he finally got back to me and he's like, no, we can't do anything. It's it's the policy. And so I'm just like, all right, well, and I copied my boss because I got hired through a recruiter, and the recruiter talked to HR, and I told him that I had my medical marijuana card. And so when I got hired, he basically said, all right, you just have to pee clean, but I really don't care. HR told the recruiter this. And so I don't know if that information ever got to my boss. So I'm like, all right, well, the truth is going to come out then, since you're not going to help me. I sent an email and I was like, talked about, I thought it was like nice that you gave me the option to still be hired and have my medical marijuana card, but it was like kind of under the table, under the table deal. Cause he's like, yeah, just don't, there's a masking drink. You can go to the head shop and get that, basically saying, I need you to pass the test, even though I know you're going to be smoking. And I thought it was cool, and I'm glad I got hired. But at the same time, it's that secretive shit that is also still keeping weed illegal, even though it shouldn't be. You know what I mean?
Who cares?
Yeah.
I'm surprised they piss test you. I've had a lot of corporate jobs, and I've not been piss tested one time.
Oh, really?
And I think like a lot of companies are just realizing like, hey, if you're addicted to heroin, you're probably not getting past like the first interview or even showing up to the interview. It's like, oh, it's just people like weed. We need like younger people. Everybody is going to piss dirty for weed.
And
it's super expensive to drug test all these people. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
They're going to cheat anyways and get the like. I think a lot of companies realize it's just like a waste.
Yeah. And weed is such a mild thing too. Like, and it's proportionally, it stays in your system for up to 30 days, like for piss test. And 3 months hair test, which I had to be hair tested for an internship back in college. And luckily I had stopped about 3 months prior, so I was fine. But I was like a daily smoker up to that point, so I was nervous.
Do you still smoke weed?
Every day, yeah.
Okay.
I had my medical card. I worked at a dispensary for 6 months, which was pretty fun.
That's cool. Like in Lakewood?
Downtown Cleveland.
Nice.
At the Rise. But
those are the only dispensaries in Cleveland, right?
no,
Those are the only ones that I see. There's like 2 in Lakewood.
there's 2 in Lakewood. The one downtown. A Clutch store just opened up right on the corner of East 4th. And they have some of the best grown like quality weed in Ohio, but it's so expensive. It's like $50 for a tenth of an ounce.
That's what like their eighths are, right?
Yeah.
It's like weird, yeah.
And
that's how much it is at Rise.
Yeah.
It's 50 for a tenth.
No, not all of them. Like Clutch is definitely up there. Like you can get Certified has some pretty good weed, and you can get a tenth for like $35 of some pretty good certified weed. But I look for deals and stuff like that too. Do you smoke? You don't smoke anymore, do you?
A little bit. Like just like before bed, really, I'll take like a hit of weed, or like sometimes if I'm in the mood, I'm kind of like drunk, and there's like a bunch of people where I can like talk to and stuff, and I'll get high. But if I get too high, I get trapped in my own thoughts, and I don't like that. I don't need that.
Yeah, that happens to me too. And if I smoke, I haven't drank since December, but and I feel
congrats.
Thanks. It's been cool. I might drink again. I don't know if it's forever, but I feel weird about making that joke last night. I don't know if you remember, but I was like, I'm Cali sober, so I looked down on everyone out here who's drinking. And I was like, it's not funny. It wasn't a funny joke, and I just like, I don't know, shamed people. And it was just, I didn't believe what I was saying, and I just felt stupid afterward. But anyway, if I would smoke after I was already drunk or whatever, I would get the spins and like just get sick every single time. Yeah. It would just always fuck me up. But I mainly smoke in the evenings. If I have nothing going on, I'll smoke during the day sometimes. Like I went on a hike with Barley today, and I smoked a joint on the walk or whatever on the hike. And if I'm staying if before a run or exercise, smoking a joint or just getting high, like helps me kind of get into that runner's high a little easier.
Okay. So if I do that before I do something active, I'm gonna be like, I don't feel like doing this right now.
You're using the wrong weed.
Yeah? What weed do I need?
You need an uplifting hybrid or a sativa. But if you get in your head and anxious with weed, I'd probably start with a hybrid. And something like with some limonene and myrcene. Those are two of the terpenes that I really like and are good for like kind of calming and stuff.
Man, what the fuck happened to weed? Why can't weed just be weed anymore?
Well, it is.
What happened to the America I used to know?
This is the beautiful part about it is
like,
you can really dial in your.
Everybody got all scientific about weed,
but it's better now because like now you can recognize, oh, I don't like this terpene because it's the thing that makes me anxious. But if I avoid that one terpene, which so a terpene feels
like a lot of effort just to smoke weed.
I know. I only got into it because I was working there for 6 months, and I just nerded out about it. I loved it. I just learning anything I could.
I have a buddy like that. Even like before, like we were like 13, he was like reading like High Times magazines. Like all he ever wanted to do was grow fucking weed, and he finally has like land to do it. And he's like, he would always talk about like that, like what kind of soil to use, and
That's cool.
But it's like, I don't know that shit. I'm more of an uppers guy. Do you fuck with uppers? Do you fuck with
I've done cocaine.
The yayo?
I've done cocaine a couple times.
That's my favorite drug. Where's my medical card for cocaine? I'll use it. Like, I'm a responsible cocaine user. Why can't I do it recreationally? Like,
what's a responsible cocaine user look like? And it is not judgment because I've done it.
Mostly on the weekends and sometimes on Wednesday and sometimes on Thursday. It may be a Monday. I don't know. Shit happens, but
I got you.
Majority of the time on the weekends.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times, and both times were in. Funny enough, 2 separate trips, but. It just, for whatever reason, it just wasn't for me. And I've done Adderall a few times, like while I was drinking and stuff.
Are you a tripper? Do you like shrooms or acid?
I like shrooms.
What do you like more, mushrooms or acid?
I haven't done acid.
You've never done acid?
No.
It's so crazy. I met so many people that are like, yeah, I love shrooms. I'm like, I always liked acid. I've done both a bunch of times. Like, and they were like, oh, I never tried acid. Or somebody's like, yeah, I've never done shrooms. I'm like, how have you not done both? Like, I don't know. Like.
So
when I was in college, they were just somebody had shrooms, like, yeah, let's eat some shrooms, and then
yeah.
mostly like acid. Acid is my go-to. I think it's more controllable. It's a better. I was told by an older kid in high school, and I always thought this to be true though. Like
Yeah.
mushrooms, you trip your feelings. Acid, you trip your mind. And I feel like, dude, if you just take like half a hit of acid and go to the beach with some good friends or just outside, you're gonna have the fucking best time of your life. It's like a really like the best time you got smoking weed. It's like the first time you smoked weed, like when you were 14. You got that real like giggly, goofy because it was like a crazy new experience.
Yeah.
That's what taking like half a hit of acid and just going to like outside with your bed. Like you need like a good group of people.
Yeah.
And like daylight's so much better to trip in the daylight than
Yeah.
nighttime.
For sure. You just brought me back to one of the first times I was eating like brownies. My buddies and I,
Like mushrooms or
weed brownies, but down in Myrtle Beach, and we just went to the beach, and we were all just laying on our towels, and about like 45 minutes to an hour, we all three, without saying a word, just started laughing to each other because it was kicking in.
Yeah. That's what like just taking like a half a hit of acid.
Yeah.
It's like really like the first time you ate like an edible or something.
Yeah.
Got to, because you're gonna get like some visuals, like shit'll start breathing, colors will be vibrant.
I had that with shrooms actually,
but you're still gonna be in fucking reality.
Yeah.
Have you ever like gone off the deep end on shrooms?
Mm-hmm.
Like just like
first time I ever did them.
How much did you eat?
An eighth.
Yeah, that was me too, and I was fucking out to space.
Yeah.
Like literally hallucinating. So like I was like in an apartment like this.
Oh shit.
And
oh, you physically were in an apartment, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in an apartment when I did It was in it was in Birdtown on Plover. And it had like a door to like the hallway, and I was like, I've been in this apartment 1,000 times. I know I've walked through that door 1,000 times, but I was like, I have no idea what's on the other side of that door right now. But I know I'm in my friend's apartment. I know I came in through that door, but I thought that door is just going to be like outer space or something. It was like I was vividly hallucinating.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I like acid more, because I wouldn't say I had a bad trip on shrooms, but like every time I eat shrooms, it's like I'll be really, really happy, and then you get like really, really sad. Do you get like the influx of emotions? You're like, wow, dude, I really need to get my shit together. I'm like this, and this. I should call my mom more.
There's definitely a lot of.
And then you're like, this is the best, most awakening thing. And it's just like really fluctuates on like good trip, bad trip. But like acid, like I've never freaked out. I've only had fun.
Yeah. Okay. I've definitely had the waves of emotions with shrooms. I haven't done them for a while, so I don't remember. I'm curious how I will be on them when I do them, because I actually have some in my cabinet I want to do. I just haven't.
Let's do them right now. The podcast.
Yeah, let's do it. Do you ever microdose?
Like on acid, like I said.
Oh yeah, I've microdosed on shrooms sometimes. Like whenever
I never feel it when I
That's all you need though, even if you're not feeling it. Like, because the way I've used it anyway is like if I'm feeling like a little depressed or whatever, sometimes
you
like
just
just
eat
for
some like crumbs and it's like, oh, I'm happy. And I'm
like literally just like a small sliver that I put in those like soy capsules. You can like make your own pills and stuff.
Yeah.
Just like whatever small piece fits in that, and then I'll just take shrooms, like microdose for a couple days, 2 or 3 days, and that sometimes is enough to just kind of reset me. And it's like I don't feel the high, but I just feel a little bit uplifted or whatever.
Like like a little bit more outgoing, a little bit more like, oh, I'm gonna knock all that shit off my to-do list today. I'm not gonna like bed rot on my phone for 8 hours.
Yeah. But the first time I did them though, I did a full eighth. It was like 7 or 8 of us in a campground at Jamboree in the Hills, which is a big country music festival down near Wheeling, West Virginia.
Are you a country guy?
Just because I grew up down there, I'm not a big country music fan, but I learned to like it by going to that all the time with my buddies and stuff.
Are you from West Virginia?
No, Caldwell. It's like 2 hours south on 77. But
Is that in Ohio?
yeah,
So you're like what? You're like right on like the border of like.
20 minutes north of Marietta, which is right
okay,
on the Ohio River.
Gotcha. Okay.
I guess it's the Muskingum in that at that point. But
Mhm.
but we all I took a half an eighth, and then like an hour later took the other half of the eighth. Separated it for some reason. Me and another buddy did that, and I feel like that was a bad choice. I don't know if it made it worse or not, but and we took them at like 7 p.m. in a brand new campsite with music and drinking and shit going on, and we tried to. So we were just like walking around the campground and waiting for them to kick in. They started to a little bit, but this is our first time at this campground too. This is 2020 or 2011. I was 21, and we didn't know how much people interact with the other campsites and stuff. That like we thought it's just like a party, like everybody just introduces everyone to everyone and stuff. So like our whole group was just walking around the campsite, and we saw a big group playing beer pong and shit. So we're just like, all right, well, let's see what they're up to and see if we can join or whatever. So we're just like kind of hovering at this party, and they were just like giving us the side eye the entire time.
Like,
but
who are these people?
Exactly.
And like you think you're being like outgoing and like talking to
Exactly.
people, not realizing like, oh, you're also trying to communicate with people on like an eighth of shrooms. You're like,
yeah,
what's up, man?
That had just started kicking in for the first time for all of us.
And they're like, who are these psychos that are just staring into nothing right now?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah. So finally, we just like kind of did a big gulps. Welp. See you later. Went back to
see
the
you later.
campsite.
Good talking with you. You're like, oh yeah, those people are fucked up.
Yeah.
That happened to me one time on acid. We were we walked up the street from like where we were to go to like this like convenience store, and we're like peaking at this point. I don't even know why we thought it'd be a good idea to like go this far.
Mm-hmm.
And we get like it was like a Circle K. We get like you know, like a pop and like all this snacks and shit. And then like we somehow just start talking to this group of people, and like we're being weird and they're being weird, so we're kind of sketching each other out until one dude in the other group's just like, I'm so sorry if we're being weird, if my friends are being weird and like sketching you out. We took a little bit of acid. Right now we're kind of tripping really hard. And we were like, oh, thank God you said something. We're tripping dick right now. And
Dude,
then
that's so funny.
Yeah, I was like, what are the odds? Like, you're like, oh shit, like be cool. These people are being weird. And they're like, be cool. These people are being weird. And they're like,
yeah,
oh, we're both tripping. Thank God. And then we just got stuck because we were like, you're tripping. We're tripping. What do we do now?
Yeah.
And then there was kind of just this like,
did we just become best friends?
yeah, like do we join forces? What do we do?
Yeah.
And then finally somebody was like, oh, we should go. And then that kind of like got us out of that like loop, like thinking that we were in.
You need that person to
broke
kind of
up.
break
Yeah,
the
to like
cycle.
say something like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we walked away. But I think about that all the time. Like, what are the odds? I mean, I guess we were in college. So.
And in a Circle K.
Yeah. So it wasn't that high of odds. I just thought that was very funny.
Yeah.
That we were like, yeah, dude, I don't know. These people are being sketchy or kind of looking at us weird. And then we were like, yeah, these people are looking at us weird. Like, be cool, be cool, be cool. And
so
then we were
funny.
like, yeah, we're both tripping right now. We're like, oh, thank God. Like,
Where'd you go to college?
Kent.
Oh, you went to Kent too?
Yeah.
We must have talked about that and I just forgot. Because I went to Kent State too.
I dropped out.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I have to preface that when I'm like, yeah, when I was in college. And I was like, yeah, I didn't finish, but I was there for a long time. I was there for like 3 years.
What years were you there?
2012 to 2014.
Oh, okay. So did you start fall 2012?
Yeah.
Okay, so we were there for one overlap semester then, because
Like
I graduated.
2012. No, it would have been like 3 years. 2015.
Okay.
Maybe 2014. Yeah, maybe like end of 2014 actually. Yeah.
Okay. I graduated December 2012. So
Okay.
And where'd you stay when you were on campus?
Prentice.
Oh,
Where like all the kids got shot
wait, what? Who got shot?
in the Kent State
Oh, the
massacre.
Yeah.
They had
Over
like
by
those
the hill.
beams in the parking lot, and they were
Yeah.
like, there's like this one weird parking spot that had a bunch of like lights around it. And, like,
Yeah.
that's where one of the bodies was.
And one of those metal statues still had like the bullet hole in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking.
And the dirty hippies would come back every May 4th, and they would sleep in like the common. Like, I don't know what the fuck this was or why these people got like invited back. They were fucking losers. It was like people that were like at the protest, and they were like dirty, like old deadheads, and they didn't get a hotel. They literally, I don't know if it was like performative, like yeah, we're still hippies, or these were just like literal like homeless people that like their lives were like on the downswing because they slept in the hallway and in like the common study area
Oh, that's weird.
of
No
the
one kicked them
dorm.
out?
No, they were like that. The university like allowed it,
Oh, weird.
and I don't know if they were like, yeah, no, we're still protesting. We're gonna occupy apprentice, but
Yeah.
they slept on the floor, and then like the apprentice wasn't like it was kind of one of like the shittier dorms. They had like the
Yeah,
cafeteria.
yeah.
But that was like it. But like the dorms itself weren't that nice, and like our common study area there wasn't like couches. It was just like tables and chairs. So we're literally like sleeping underneath like fucking white plastic folding tables.
Oh, yeah.
And it smelled like asshole.
I figured.
And then like in the hallway outside of it too, like to the elevators to get up to like the dorms and like outside like people's dorms. I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Why are you allowing this right now?
Yeah.
Like get a job, you dirty hippies.
Oh man, yeah. I was in Centennial B right there across the
The
road.
fancy
from,
ones with the private showers.
Yeah, it was, dude. That was.
Did you pay extra for it, or did you get lucky? Because sometimes you can just get lucky and assigned to those. Dorms.
We sought them. We paid extra for them, but we had so it was me and my buddy in the one room, and then we had a shared bathroom with the other room, and the other room was two other buddies. So we basically had a 2-bedroom apartment, like
Nice.
which was pretty fun. And on move-in day, we realized we should have asked. It was we should have done the easier to ask forgiveness and permission, because we were talking about putting all 4 bunk beds in the one room and then making the other room just like couches and just like kind of a lounge or whatever. And we made the mistake of asking the RA, and he's like, oh no, it's like a fire safety thing or whatever. So we just put our 2 beds and 2 beds in each room or whatever. I just wonder what that would have been like. It probably would have been pretty chaotic though, because my one buddy was pretty serious with his now wife at the time. So
Yeah, you can't really fuck with 4 beds in the
no,
room.
not
like,
really. Yeah.
Dude, one dude's like, yeah, dude, like, can you go somewhere else for a little bit? When you have like 2 other people, it'd be like, I need the room.
Yeah.
And then sleeping would have been a nightmare too.
Yeah.
But I get that being like cool.
Saying it out loud, yeah, it's probably for the best that we didn't do that.
Yeah. I always thought it was dumb that you had to live in the dorms. If I'm like a fucking adult and I could legally get an apartment on my own.
Yeah. It is weird that it was like a requirement, but I do like that.
Because it gives you like, it's like you're gonna get an apartment and like not meet anybody. You do make a lot of friends.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know. Did you make any cool friends from the dorms?
Yeah, like there's
Like long lasting friends.
yeah, I still have at least one buddy that not a ton, because he has a couple kids and he's down in Ravenna area, but I still keep in touch with him, from time to time. And
I meant even like your next year of like college. Like all the people I met in the dorms freshman year, after 6 months, after like really finding like my place in Kent and like who I liked and hung out with, like all those kids you meet on like move-in day where it's like, yeah, dude, we're apprentice B1. I was like, all these kids fucking suck. And I found my real friends.
yeah,
I guess that's not true. I met one kid in the dorm that I still talk to today.
I'd say I have three or so that I still talk to.
You meet a lot of duds in college.
Yeah.
You're so excited, and then it's like, oh yeah, we were like so close for 6 months. And like, what happened to that fucking kid?
Yeah.
One dude started showing up at comedy from the dorms that I didn't like hanging out with. I probably shouldn't put this on a recorded podcast, but fuck it. Yeah, I'm like, oh, you're back. You're trying to do comedy, and you're the most insufferable person.
Yeah. Just don't say his name.
Yeah, he's the guy that hits on the bartenders. He's like the type of guy that thinks the bartender's flirting with them, and they're not.
Yeah. I've definitely thought that before, but I've learned since.
I mean, sometimes it's not like impossible. Like
Yeah.
bartenders do hook up with people, but like 90% of the time, it's just like tip them.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh shit, what was I going?
Shrooms.
Shrooms.
We were talking about shrooms.
Yeah. Another time I did shrooms. I didn't finish my trip story. When I was like tripping real hard that first time, we were in a tent, and I just want, it was like 2 a.m, 1 a.m. I'm still just like tripping so hard. I want it to be done. And whatever. So I go in the tent, and I have my video iPod, and I'm trying to watch like a Family Guy episode or something that I have on there. And it's like I can't pay attention to it, can't focus on it, and the tent walls just feel like they're breathing. I feel like I'm inside a lung or whatever. And I look over to my buddy, and like we're both like trying to watch my video iPod, and his face just looks like, to me, it looks like very demonic and whatever. I'm just like, I gotta get the fuck out of this tent.
Out of this tent. I'm trapped. What swallowed me? We're in the belly of a monster. Something ate me, dude. Like,
and then we had to use the porta potties like from time to time.
Oh, that sucks.
And while tripping, yeah. And luckily, it was day 1 of the music festival, but still, it's not like they were clean. You know,
yeah,
like,
it's still a pot. It's still a fucking porta potty.
Yeah, so it took me a bit to try shrooms again, and actually the first time I smoked, like second time I smoked weed, but first time I actually got like real high, I had a really bad experience, and it took me a while to try that again too.
When did you start smoking every day? Were you a high schooler?
No.
Or college? Or
first time I smoked was 21. I was 21 years old, and then
what about drinking?
Once or twice senior year of high school.
Holy fuck! I applaud that. I started smoking weed regularly at like 14, and now I'm like, oh, this is why I'm stunted. This is why like my life is a wreck. Like, you really shouldn't do that stuff
because your brain is still developing.
So
much.
Underdeveloped.
Yeah.
It's like, god damn, I still had so much serotonin. I like playing sports and video games, and I just crushed all of that. And I'm just like chasing like thrill after thrill, and it's like, oh yeah, because I fucking like I just had to smoke weed at 14 because I thought it was cool.
Yeah. I see. Yeah, it's so hard for me to try to relate to that because, like, I was
were you pressured ever?
No, I was so sheltered as a kid that, like, I grew up Catholic, and I was an altar boy until I graduated high school.
So you graduated high school?
Yeah, my parents made me. Like,
damn, my parents were cool. They made me do it. Yeah, because nobody fucking volunteers to be an altar boy.
Right.
Your parents force you. My parents were like, all right, high school, you can stop.
That's nice.
Because they're like, yeah, you can't be the weird kid being an altar boy at 16. Like, so they let me stop it. We still had to go to church every Sunday. And then
did you do catechism and everything too? Like the Sunday school?
No, because I went to public or private school. I went to Catholic school.
Oh,
so if you went to Catholic school, you got religion class, and that's counted as like catechism.
Yeah.
And then I went to Lakewood. I went to public school at 14, and they just made me go to church like regularly on Sunday. And then like 17, they were like, "Are you gonna go to church?" And I was like, "Fuck no." And they're like, "I'd really like it if you went to church." And I was like, "Fuck you, mom and dad. I'm not going to." When did you tell your parents you stopped going to church? Were they mad?
They weren't. They weren't really mad, but I'd say they were a little bit disappointed. But since like they still go every Sunday, but they definitely understand that I don't now, and they know I smoke weed and everything. They don't care.
My parents are like, "Oh, you do what you want," but did they try to guilt trip you? But be like, "Oh, I'd like it if you come."
No.
The only time I go to church on Christmas.
Do you?
That's part of my Christmas presents to my parents. Like, yeah, fine, I'll fucking go to church with you.
I'll still go. If
it's
like
Christmas, I'm not going to
something.
argue with you. And then I don't go on Easter. I'm like, I try, because it's like, yeah, it's the holidays. Like, why be a fuck about it. Because, like, are you one of those people that you don't bring up religion around your parents?
No, we talk about it.
Oh, really? Like, openly? Like,
yeah.
do you believe in God? Are you a
I
hardcore atheist, or you're like, whatever?
I went through a phase of being atheist, and it didn't really sit with me enough because, like,
because that's such a cynical fucking worldview.
Yeah, I got so
There's
depressed
nothing.
about it. I got so depressed about it. I don't believe in a God that's like a being pulling strings, like a puppet master or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm sure
like,
there's something though.
Like what I believe God to be is like it's like the universe. It's like the natural state of the universe. It's like the awareness that people
something
have.
Something incomprehensible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the connectedness that we all have, and it's whenever, like I've experienced some moments that were just like, it's a really cool coincidence, and even if it's not, what someone would call God, the coincidence and my feeling with that coincidence or whatever is maybe the feeling that people are talking about, and it feels like there is more pattern or or whatever, but it's
right.
So like that's kind of where I'm at, is like I'm kind of spiritual. I'm not I don't want to go to church. Like I don't mind going to church.
I can't think of a
but
bigger
I don't need
waste
to go to
of
church.
time.
Yeah.
On a Sunday. Yeah, but I'm like not an atheist, because that's so silly. Just like, oh, there's nothing. Just boom, just darkness when you go out, lights out forever. Like, no, I don't know. There's probably, I hope there's a heaven. It would kind of suck if there wasn't.
So I kind of feel like there's like there's like a version of like heaven on earth. Like if you like you can like kind of get into like that flow state or whatever, and like if you get to a point where you're just like, you've worked hard and you've self-actualized or whatever,
right.
Like whatever you're trying to do, I feel like that could be like the heaven that they talk about. But also, I do believe in like an afterlife, or like that our energy doesn't really die in the universe, and it goes. Have
you had a friend find religion or join a church? Have you had that happen in your life yet? That's fucking weird.
Not nothing. No one jumps out. No.
No, like, dude, like I had a friend. Not that he found Christ, but like we grew up Catholic, and he was like, "Yeah, I go to a non-denominational church now." I'm like, "Why?" Like, I can't understand getting up every Sunday and volunteering my time.
Yeah.
At a fucking church. I'm just like, you could do so many more things with your Sunday. And you choose to do that and be like weird in this like conservative cult church. Like,
I've been curious about the non-denominational, just because
it's still, they're still like anti-gay and anti-abortion.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, there are certain churches that are like just very open.
Yeah, then that's like also weird, where it's like you're so open, and it's like you're just. It's weird. I don't believe in Christianity. But also, it's like, all right, what you're like, those churches are like, oh, you're just gonna rewrite the scripture to your point of view, and it just feels hypocritical. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know.
But I guess
church is dumb.
Yeah, I kind of.
I'll never go to church again, other than Christmas, to be nice to my mom.
Yeah, I don't really go to get something like that out of it anymore. But I understand why some people do. I feel like it can be therapeutic, and,
right? Yeah.
But at the same time, I can see I can be cynical about the negative things that the church kind of ingrained in me, like just the shame and stuff like that comes with some of the stuff.
Going to hell for everything.
Yeah, like, just like the fear-based.
But a lot of people do get stuff out of it, like the little old lady that's like, that's all she has.
Yeah. And my grandma is very much like, the church is her life, and
that's probably like a lot of her social, like people's social life too.
Yeah, for sure. And
I wouldn't see people other than the church. And yeah, there's definitely like good aspects of it. I just can't, like, it's hard for me to picture like a millennial like being like, yeah, no, we go to church every Sunday. I guess it's like, why? It's the most boring thing in the world.
Yeah.
Like, church sucks. I have like a 12-year-old's view of church. Look, I gotta wear a tie. The pews aren't comfortable. I'm like, I'm never gonna fucking. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not really for me anymore either.
Mm.
I remember.
Were you into it? Like, were you hardcore? Like, I'm a little good altar boy. I like doing this. Did you like altar serving?
I didn't have fun, but I felt proud that I was. I felt I was into it in that way. Like,
Yeah, I was
felt,
into
I
it
felt
for
proud.
a minute too.
I felt proud that I was doing it, and that I was the one ringing the bells during the blessing of the Eucharist. And stuff.
I would always not pay attention, and then the priest would be like, and I'd be like, "Oh, damn, my bad. This doesn't matter."
I loved it. That was like my moment to shine.
I always had to hold the candle and then the cross behind the dude. Yeah, I could see that sense of pride. That it's just like, oh, somebody has to do this.
Yeah.
And a lot of kids at my school, like, their parents didn't force them. And I was like, you're kind of shitty. I feel like you're taking a lot of advantage of, like, the private school. And you're using all their amenities and, like, CIY sports and, like, talking about how you're a good Christian. And then, like, oh, your kid can't do it. Because we only had, like, 3 altar boys at our church.
Yeah, so you're up there, like, every Sunday.
Yeah, every Sunday. And we were doing, like, sometimes it'd be like, oh, it's just you. So I would have to do everything.
That sucks.
And, like, run around because we just didn't have that many, like, because you need, like, at least 3 or something.
We would
I'd be like, oh, cool,
3.
there's another person here.
Yeah.
At least 2. You need at least 2. Typically it's 3, and it's like, you could just, like, I don't know, just make your kid do it, like, once a month.
Dude. It's so funny you say that because you just brought up a memory that I hadn't thought of for a while. I was scheduled to be a server, and the other person that was there, we were a smaller church, so it was usually 2. Sometimes we would have 3, but the other person wasn't there, and so another server was at church that day, but he wasn't scheduled to be on or whatever. So before church started, I went up to the pew and I asked him, I was like, "Hey, Samuel, will you be the other server with me?" And he straight up said no.
Yeah. Like,
to my face, and it was like so jarring at the time. I was just like,
dude,
oh, okay.
Oh, you could just say no, like, yeah, like, what do you, at the time I was like, yeah, like, God is asking you, like, you fucking asshole. People would do that with the gifts. You know, I have to bring up, like, the bread and the wine and shit. Mm-hmm. And I'd ask fans, I was like, can you just do this one thing? Bring up the stuff. And they'd be like, no. And I'm like, you're a fucking asshole. What do you mean no? You can't say no to this stuff. Yeah. Like, why do you think I'm in this fucking little red tunic thing, you dickhead? Because you can't say no.
Yeah.
And then these 3 crazy people at our church, like, literally like homeless people off the street, would just walk in, and they would just walk up every time. Even if you had, like, a family to bring up the stuff, they would just cut in front of you and do it. And the priest would get so mad, and they were like, he'd be like, Jimmy, don't ask those people. And I'm like, why? They come up anyways, and they're the only people that want to do it, and it's like the only thing they have in your life. Yeah. Every other asshole family is going to be like, no, I don't want to do it. And I was like, well, fuck you.
We would always have someone scheduled to do it, and so that it was like their turn, and it would rotate throughout the church. But everybody kind of wanted to, or at least there was
nobody in my church ever wanted to. There was
like
at
least a list of people
except
that wanted
these
to.
3 homeless people that would come and just go up anyways, regardless if you had somebody to do it.
They just wanted to feel helpful.
Yeah. And then the priest would be like, make sure they don't come up. And I'm like, they do. They just come up anyways.
I was doing the incense one time, and it must have been the first time I did it, like on the chain or whatever. And so you had the briquette or the coal or whatever you have to light. And so I had a nice hot coal going, and I carried the bowl of the incense with the spoon to spoon it into, and the thing on the chain. I get up to the priest, and the thing has some holes that you can scoop the incense in through, I guess. Now I realize, but I didn't think they were big enough, and so I grabbed the thing that slides up off the top of the incense thing.
Burn the shit out of your hand.
I burnt
I did that so many times.
But I was so into the church, I guess you might say, that I was like, holding it, and the priest had already started scooping the incense. So I'm just like, oh, I have to keep holding this. And so I'm just holding this, like burning the shit out of my fingertips until he like scoops it. And then I finally put it back, and I burnt my fucking fingertips thinking like I have to do this for God, or whatever.
That's the most Catholic thing I've ever
I
heard.
know, right?
Did you like wait until the end of mass to like tend to your wounds?
Luckily it didn't like blister up or anything that I remember. It might have been like small, like minor blisters, but it hurt like fucking shit the entire time. Like it was hot.
Yeah, like, but what about after? Like, was your hand fine?
It must have been, because I don't remember any lasting effects, but I just remember that moment, just like I have to keep holding this, and
Yeah,
it
I
fucking
burnt.
hurts.
I like the little thing that like I kept the incense on. Yeah, like I touched that so many times. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't. Did you have like a crazy kid that like? There's always like a bad kid that is an altar boy. Did you have one of those?
No one was too bad. There was my
Like, I had a
my
kid that
cousin
got,
would
like-
fuck around sometimes.
Yeah, like I had
but
a kid get kicked out of being an altar boy.
we didn't have that
Because
no.
in the back where they kept like all like the tunic, like the cloths,
Yeah.
whatever, the altar boy robes, those
Yeah.
were in like a separate area than like the priest stuff and like the chalices.
Same, yeah.
It was like the boys' sacristy, and that's where you like put your stuff and got ready. But it was just like cement floors.
Oh.
And back there, like
Mm-hmm.
because we had like a really big church, so it was just like cement floors. So he would spray Lysol on the floor and then throw matches and like set the
Oh,
like
shit.
floor on fire for a little bit, but it was like cement, so it didn't really like go anywhere. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, if like the Lysol just burnt up, it went out. And we were like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, you got expelled from school for doing that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's just if no one stops him, he's burning the church down someday.
Yeah, it's like all these cloth robes are about to go up in fire. Like,
Yeah. That's
he's
funny.
dead now.
Aw.
He's dead now.
That sucks. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Did you ever, speaking of flammable gas, did you ever do like potato guns or anything like that?
No, but I saw those. I see those on the internet. I was like, how do you make those?
Those are fun. My buddy had one.
You couldn't really do that shit because I grew up around here. I grew up in Lakewood. Like, you
Yeah.
did that shit in Lakewood. The cops are getting
Oh,
called.
yeah.
Like, one bottle rocket on the 4th of July, 3 cop cars are coming.
Yeah.
How do you make a potato gun?
So PVC pipe is all you really need. But it's like an inch and a half or so for the barrel, and you sand the edge down so it like kind of goes to a point, so so it's like sharp, so you can smash a potato on it and it cuts and it forms the potato projectile or whatever. So the barrel, and then you have like a reducing coupling, so it goes from like the 1 inch or 1.5 inch, gets bigger to the combustion chamber, I'll call. And so that's gonna be like 3 to 4 inches or so, and then so you put like a screw or something in the barrel, some kind of stop, so that the potato doesn't go all the way into the combustion chamber. It stays in the barrel. And then he had a flint lighter from like a flint lamp or whatever. So you like twist it, and that sparks. And then on the back of the combustion chamber, there was just like you put like a threaded cap or whatever, and so that's how you seal it. So you take the cap off and use Aquanet was the best cheap hairspray to use, and I can still fucking smell that like to this day. But you just spray in that for like 2 or 3 seconds, put the cap on, never fucking aim it at anybody because it could fuck someone up for sure. But then you just flick the flint lighter and just explodes, and you see fire shoot out the barrel, and it shoots it like.
How far do they go?
Like you could shoot it. It probably goes 200 yards maybe.
What type of potato do you have to use?
Just like the russet or whatever, like
Okay.
the normal ones.
Like a big potato?
Yeah.
Like a baked potato?
Yeah, and we would just get a bag of those, and just they're like we weren't drinking at the time, luckily, because this was like end of high school or whatever, and we would just drive around and shoot shit. And we shot, like, there was this like junkyard bus on the side of the road or whatever, and we shot the back window out of it and shot a hole because like we packed marbles and batteries in the potatoes before we shoved them in there, just to give them that extra power or whatever. And yeah, that's how we shot like the window out, and we punched a hole in the school mailbox, and we shot at a deer, and I'm pretty sure we hit it. I'm not, like, you can't aim with these, and I feel bad for doing it now. I'm just gonna say that. But we saw it on the side of the road, and we're just like, we gotta try. We're just shooting shit tonight, and we shot, and the deer like kind of dropped to the ground and then took off running. We're like, oh fuck! It was fine, you know, but pretty sure we hit it.
Probably got the shit scared out of it.
Yeah, maybe it just dropped because it was scared. That's possible for sure too. But like, we were just fucking freaking out. It was so funny.
Yeah, you like felt really bad after. Like, I should have done.
I felt bad. Like, yeah probably. I mean, in the moment, we were all just like laughing and whatever. But yeah, later definitely felt bad. But we were like, you could pack it with mud too, and so like we were at my buddy's house, and he had this like brick retaining wall just outside of his basement or whatever, and he like we filmed him, and he was like pretending like he was having stomach issues or whatever. And then he pretended to fart, and we just blew the mud onto the back wall with the potato gun, and had a video of that, and just stupid shit like that. Like, it was fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely not even smart enough to make a potato gun.
I've not made one myself. I feel like I definitely could if I wanted to. You have an
engineering degree.
Yeah.
Can we make one? I want to make one.
Do
they work?
They work.
They really work.
Yeah. They would be an illegal firearm, I'm realizing, though, here in Lakewood. But like,
why?
I assume so anyway, just because it's combustion and a projectile.
Oh yeah, people are definitely get pissed.
Yeah.
We'd have to go to like a field or something.
Oh yeah, go down to Bath or something like that.
I wanna make one though.
Yeah, if we find a spot we can shoot it, I'd fuck around with one again. My buddy made one into with compressed air, though. You can do that. So instead of a combustion chamber, you just you fill that with compressed air, and then you have like some kind of valve that you can turn on and off. And it works, but the only problem is it's not as portable. You have to be kind of near a compressed air source. But if you're combustion, then you can just be out in the middle of the woods, spray some Aquanet, and shoot it. But not my buddy, he was my bully. He was like thinking about getting shot by it. He's like, he was like the big tough football player or whatever, thinking he wanted to get shot by the potato gun because he's tough. And we're like, no, like, you'll really get fucked up. And so I was like, how about we go down and we'll both hide behind a couple trees, and we'll just have them shoot it past us or whatever. And literally it shot past us, and the moment the potato went past, he turned into a giggling little girl. He's like, oh fuck. It's just like, yeah, I don't want to shot by that thing.
Yeah, like, so they go that, because I was thinking about that. I was like, how hard would it kill you?
If it hits you in the head, it could. Yeah.
What if it hits you in the gut?
My guess it'd be like, do you remember when Jackass got hit by those like rubber bullets or whatever?
Yeah.
It'd probably be like that. Except it's exploding, so it might be a little bit less than that. Maybe I'm not sure about the feet per second difference, though. But probably a little bit less than that. But I
definitely don't want to get hit by it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they're scary, and you can't really aim them. They're so unpredictable because the potato's going to be weighted differently and everything. So they might corkscrew or do whatever. But they're fun to fuck around with if you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Dude,
that's where I grew up.
I want to make one. I grew up in the shitty suburbs.
So you grew up in Lakewood then?
Yeah.
Nice. You said you're in Fairview Park or West Park now.
It's a fun place to grow up. There's a lot of stuff to do, a lot of trouble to get in.
Yeah, I love Lakewood. I I lived in between Lakewood and Rocky River for like 9 or so years before I moved here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cool spot. Definitely a lot more going on up here than where I grew up. There was nothing to do.
Just nothing, just like a coal mining town.
Farming, everybody hunted.
Are you a hunter?
I used to hunt.
Ever kill anything?
Yeah, I got one deer, a doe.
I shot a doe too.
Yeah.
I didn't cry. I was a man.
I didn't cry, but I felt fucking bad because I spine shotted it and it started crawling away on its front legs.
Oh, yeah. See, that's fucking. I got like a clean shot.
That's good. And this thing was tiny, and I shouldn't have shot it in hindsight because it was like me to the wall away. Damn. And it just like was staring at me, and I'm just like, and it was small. Like I literally carried two legs. It didn't have its spots, but like it probably weighed 70 pounds.
Oh shit! So it was like just like old enough to kill.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I mean, and I like deer meat, so that was kind of the idea. Is like make it into some jerky. And
were you big into hunting?
My dad is.
Yeah, my dad was too. I never got like the thrill from it.
I didn't either. Like the first time I was hunting and there was like a buck just up ahead, I remember it was the first time I felt a bead of sweat roll down my back, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm nervous. Like it was just weird, and so I did kind of get that adrenaline rush a little bit, but it wasn't it didn't really it still made me feel weird killing the deer after I did.
I was like, I don't know. I don't mind hunting, and I don't care if you do. I'm just like, this is
same, yeah. But I love deer meat still. With my buddy still hunts, and if he brings home like summer sausage and deer meat and shit, I'll eat it up all day.
Oh yeah.
My dad still hunts. He used to only get bucks, and I counted them. I wish I remembered how many it was. He has over 20 antlers. He has three or four like chest mounts.
Like mounted, yeah.
And then all the other ones, he has like 20 or so just the antlers on a board. Just all through his basement.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah, so did you hunt for anything besides deer?
I think I went turkey hunting once, but I never really saw anything.
Yeah.
And rabbit hunting a couple times with my dad.
Oh,
rabbit hunting sucks. 'Cause you like walk around in the snow and stuff, and it's like, fuck that.
I just rabbit hunted the one time, and we didn't even see any rabbits. I'm pretty sure. No shots anyway.
Yeah, I went turkey hunting, and we never saw any turkey. Like a lot of hunting is not seeing anything.
Yeah. But I did. That's the part I liked about deer hunting was like we'd have a big enough group that we would have drivers and standers, and so I loved like just getting to a spot and just waiting for an hour, 2 hours or whatever. Like if the weather wasn't too bad, and just soaking up the nature and stuff.
Yeah.
There was one really cool moment where there was an owl. Like I was on a hill and there was an owl like I don't know, just 15 feet ahead of me, just right on a eye level branch. And it was sleeping, but it opened its eyes and looked at me every once in a while. And I was just watching it the entire time. That was just really cool to kind of experience that. And I have to, this is so weird, but I had to weirdly fight the urge not to shoot it. 'Cause like I was in that like hunting mindset or whatever. And I'm glad I didn't, because I would have felt really fucking bad. There's no reason to shoot an owl, but there was just like,
that's also a crime.
And that,
you could have gotten like a $10,000 fine.
Yeah. But there was just like I never, at that point I hadn't fired my gun or I hadn't shot a deer or anything. And so I don't know, I feel bad that I even felt that, even thought that, but it was really cool to kind of see. I saw a coyote and a bobcat trot by while I was hunting a few times too.
That's pretty cool.
And I just saw a couple coyotes up by the lake just last week.
I didn't realize how big they were.
Yeah.
I thought they were like the size of like your dog. Oh, and I was walking home one time and it was late and a coyote saw me, and I was like, fuck, that thing's huge. And I just turned around. I was like, I'm not going by that thing.
Yeah. They probably won't fuck with you unless they have rabies, but yeah, they're still jarring to see. Like, you want to keep your distance either way for sure. Cool. So I got a question that I've been asking everybody. What are UFOs?
What are UFOs?
Yeah. What do you think UFOs are?
Aliens, man.
Yeah.
Like unidentified flying objects.
Yeah. I'm right there with you.
Or demons from a parallel universe. You can't rule out entities from another universe. But no.
Yeah.
I think there's UFOs. I mean, maybe. It's possible.
Yeah. I'm right there. Like I've been following like the UFO subreddits and stuff for a while, and it's just been fun to kind of
Have you been hearing about the object that's supposed to reach us in November?
Yeah, the Atlas or whatever. Yeah, the James Webb telescope just took a picture of it recently, and they were that's so interesting. I hate the articles that are talking about, oh well, it might be aliens that are gonna come fuck us up or whatever. It's like, what? Like, why would you assume that? You know what I mean? Like, it's such a.
I mean, who knows? But like, that's kind of what like the conquistadors were to like the Aztecs, and it's like, yeah, they didn't like the Aztecs didn't think like those people existed until they came. So like, maybe. Or they could come in peace. I don't know what their society's like.
Sure, yeah, and I guess it would be naive for me to just say for sure they're nice or friendly.
Or what if it's like a ghost ship and it like crash lands, but like the crew's been dead for millennia?
That'd be pretty wild.
Yeah, right. Nobody thinks about that.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Or do you follow Project Bluebeam?
Project Bluebeam.
Do you know what that is? That's the fake alien invasion that the world government is going to like fake an alien invasion so that all of humanity, we have to come together under one world government to like fight it, and that's how they assume absolute control. Fake alien invasion that we have to like all work together, and that's how they enslave us. They're going to use drones and holograms.
Yeah, actually, one of the I've heard people refer to a fake invasion basically as part of like a timeline for the disclosure timeline and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so that's probably, I didn't hear it called Project Bluebeam.
Yeah,
but that's
it's
probably
Project
what they're
Bluebeam.
Talking about.
Yeah. What's the disclosure timeline?
Well, I've just there was this one long post that I read, and it was just really interestingly written. But I may be wrong to assume but they basically were saying like by 2027 there's like some kind of event leads to people or leads to it being like more of a stable utopia, for lack of a better word, type society, but there's like the fake disclosures and fake alien invasion for those nefarious reasons, like that's how the world
like government takes over. Yeah,
and he even this was before the election and everything, and he even said like Trump. This is where it gets like kind of weird and woo woo, because he's like predicting future events and almost like Nostradamus type thing. But he was saying like Trump is going to be president, and but it doesn't matter and stuff like that. And I don't know. It's weird, but it. And I'm not buying into anything. I kind of take everything as a grain of salt. I'm learning.
Yeah.
But it's still like it's just interesting because it's a perspective to kind of understand. And there was like but basically the idea, I guess, is the trickle of information with like Congress and with like David Grush and the other people that are slowly talking about some of these different technologies and everything. But for me, it's all being hidden by like big oil and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because if that if that technology exists, that's going to make oil obsolete.
Yeah,
And
like
then they
when like
lose
they
all their
all stole
control.
the technology from Nikola Tesla's lab and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Tesla's the man. Like
Yeah. But
he did not get a
why do
good.
you ask people what's a UFO? Do a
'Cause
lot of people be like, "Oh, it's
Well,
nonsense"?
yeah, because like people don't take it seriously, and it's to me, it's like one of the pink elephants in life that people just don't want to talk about. They they think it's not real or whatever, and I don't know what it is. But the thing is, like, there's something that we don't know about going on. Like, even if it is, even if it somehow just turns out to be holograms, it's somebody's making these holograms
Yeah.
for control and for it's secrets and stuff that are like
I did learn in
used.
college that like the technology to travel to like another galaxy or um just to get there would take so long because if like to travel like light years away, it's like impossible.
With our current understanding, but there might be ways to kind of warp time
Yeah,
and
if you
space and
like, you would
stuff.
have to make like a wormhole or yeah, like
Yeah,
warp like space. But it's like yeah, like in an engine, if you were going like the speed of light and
yeah.
something's 100 light years away, take you 100 years to
More than
Earth years to
yeah,
get there. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, and that's what I'm feeling like. Uh, I feel like it's kind of tied into telepathy and everything because I've
hmm
heard like you've heard about the Greys like as one of the
yeah,
alien
yeah.
species. So like I've heard people say that they communicate with telepathy and
hmm
even with their ships. And some people I've even seen people refer to the ships as even having its own intelligence and stuff like that. As I don't know what that even means,
Like
but
an AI, like
possibly
living like
or
a living ship.
possibly, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But they were talking about how like just like that telepathic connection and everything. And in the past like 6 months or so, I started listening to or I listened to a podcast called the Telepathy Tapes.
hmm
And Kai Dickens is the producer of it, but it's she talks to nonverbal autistic kids, and she finds out that they have telepathic abilities and they're able to communicate with each other. And she does different experiments, and it's like so it's to me it feels like UFO talks are kind of ramping up. It feels like the telepathy stuff is kind of ramping up, and it kind of feels like with the Epstein shit going on and like all that stuff, it feels like the billionaires are starting to lose power and they're starting to crumble, and their control over all of this is starting to starting to go away at the same time that the public is inevitably learning more and more about these like hidden
Oh, so you don't think
abilities
they're?
and
I think they're
technology
taking
and
over. I think
stuff.
we're going towards more of an authoritarian dystopia. Like,
I feel like we've had the technology here, and I feel like it's been just suppressed. And I am more optimistic. Like I'm not like it's definitely feeling like it's heading towards dystopia, but I feel like there's going to be a revolution moment that happens,
and we make a utopia.
and we
Hell yeah!
find a way to just be empathetic human beings
Because
rather
like yeah,
than
everything
having to
could be cool.
capitalize.
Well, we just don't make it cool. We
Exactly.
assign value to a piece of paper, and everybody has to suffer because of it.
Well, yeah, and the thing is like current like money might still have to exist in its current form, but like the way that we kind of uh build business or allow these big
hmm
corporations to control like it needs to like our mindset as a like as a world like economy needs to shift towards like uh we we're building these things to help people's lives, make them easier and
Right,
stuff, rather than we're doing this uh so that this company can make more money, or so that this one person can make more money or something. Like it's
right.
that's where it's like the disproportionate value just goes up to the top, and the trickle down economics, it just doesn't work. Like the fact that Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk have hundreds of billions of dollars, and even like it just doesn't. It does that shouldn't exist. They shouldn't exist with that amount of power, and like
exactly because at that point you can't buy things or like
they're buying influence.
Yes,
to
exactly.
Retain their
like
power.
They're like buying influence in nations and stuff. It's like people shouldn't have that much power and influence over government to be able to just like throw money into elections and like lobby for laws to get passed so they can like drill for oil.
Because like money.
It should be illegal to be a billionaire.
Exactly.
Like, you do not need that much money.
Yeah, I like Bernie Sanders. He had a proposal that said anything over 999 million gets taxed 100%.
Yeah,
and meanwhile we have the billionaires paying no taxes and just pocketing all of it.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, my salary was $1 last year.
Yeah,
I got paid in stock options, and it's like,
yeah,
oh, you don't know how the stock's gonna do, so it's like
and
unpredictable. So it's like you didn't make money. Yeah,
and a lot of that is like upheld by government contracts and shit like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Like Musk has so many government contracts, so like his value is coming from the government, and so the fact that the government's paying him so much money just by that connection or that relationship gives him that power and influence and stuff.
Right.
That's just
it's crazy.
We just have to break those ties, and I feel like the Epstein stuff really is tied to all of it. And I'm hoping that there's like that there is like, it seems like they're just delaying, and they're successfully so far delaying the release of that stuff and everything. But a part of me feels like there are people behind the scenes that know all, like they have the stuff, and they're just waiting to catch everybody. You know what I mean? They're just waiting for like the more that they cover stuff up, the more they lead to the other things that are fucking that, like the other people that are kind of connected to the overall net, or whatever.
Yeah,
that's my optimistic view of it anyway. But who knows? Like it's so hard to not feel helpless like in this world right now though too.
Hopefully it gets better. I mean, like, dude, maybe we'll rise up and we'll eat the rich.
I feel
that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you see Weapons?
Not yet.
Oh, no. It's really good.
I've heard a lot of people talking about it. Yeah.
I don't want to give away the scene, but maybe we just pull a Weapons and just eat fucking Jeff Bezos' heart.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that's what it was about, but yeah, I'm going to be seeing that soon.
Yeah, see it, and you'll know what I mean. I gotta get going.
Oh yeah, cool. Nice. Well, how about before you go, let's plug your open mic that you do.
Fight for Your Right every Monday at 8 p.m. and at One Star Bar. At One Star Bar.
Yeah. Yep. And where do you have a specific handle for that?
No, we should.
Yeah.
I think you can search it on Instagram, Fight for Your Right.
Okay, cool. And then your Instagram handle again is
Naughty Little Comedy Boy _42069.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming, Jimmy.
Dude, thanks for having me. It was a blast.
Yeah, of course.